Next story, Dubai rents are increasing at the fastest rate in 8 years. Now, it is the hot topic of discussion in the city right now, and that's rent and how the prices are shooting up. And this report will give you a few insights on that front. Now, let's first hit you with a few stats on Dubai's property scene. And we'll start with average prices have increased by 10.9% in the year to May 2022. Now, over this period, average apartment costs hiked by 9.6% and villas by 19.8%. And average rents in the 12 months to May 2022 increased by 19.1%, with average apartment and villa rents up by 18.3% and 24.3% respectively. Now, these figures were revealed in the June 2022 edition of the Dubai Residential Market Snapshot report published by CBRE, and the analysis goes on to disclose that residential rents in Dubai are increasing at the fastest rate since late 2014.
As well as that, Hussein Sajwani, the founder and owner of Damac Group, shared his awe of Dubai's property market, saying, "The property market in Dubai, as we all know, never ceases to amaze me. In the past 12 months, we've witnessed an increase in apartment and villa rental prices of 19%. This has been the highest percentage increase witnessed since October 2014. It will be interesting to see what happens in the next quarter of the year."
So while it's exciting for some, it's scary for others, but it is what it is.
Well, I think if you're a tenant in an apartment, I think rental prices are going up, but what we have on our side is the glorious RERA calculator. Because obviously the rules is that, yes, maybe properties in your area have increased, but if you're in there, they can only increase it by 5%. So if your landlord is coming at you with these stats and expecting to get that market rate, as a tenant, the law in Dubai is always in your favor. It's not with the landlords. So it's actually very tricky to get a tenant out of the house.
Oh my God.
It's a year that you have to let them know, and then potentially there are only specific exceptions after that year, which is either your family or you are going to move in, or potentially you're selling the property. But they cannot increase it at that rate that we're hearing now.
Very true. And in the comments, we shared this on Instagram, and people are just like, wow, thanks for sharing that. Now landlords see this and they just, will hike the prices, seeing like, oh, everyone's doing it. But no, like AC said, we have the RERA index, and there is a margin as to how much you can increase it by. And like you said, tenants, it is hard to get rid of them.
As long as they're abiding by the law, as long as they're abiding by the contract, you have that full year grace period. And then as a tenant, the amount of notice you need to give is a lot shorter. But what I would do if I was a tenant right now, just sit tight, hold on to the rent, to the price that you have. And as the CEO of Damac said, let's just see what happens in the quarter of next year, because Dubai property market is a very, very interesting place. We had, pre-Expo, obviously with COVID, prices were so low. And I think at that point, a lot of people, the behavior was to move towards villas. And villas at that point were seriously cheap. Now they've gone to above pre-COVID prices.
Yeah.
So the people who got in at those COVID prices are like, wow, the jump is huge. But actually, no, just some people got in at cheaper rates.
And plus, we're in the times of inflation. But like you said, one big tip for this whole thing is just save. And got back on the lavish holidays, I'm telling myself.
I'm like, who are you talking to right now?
Myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, and if you're traveling, take a page from Shahir's book and stay with a friend.
Ah, smart. Let's jump into our next story.